Good morning, everyone. I'm standing in front of the U-Haul truck that's filled with 30 suitcases of duffel bags going to Israel as our Palm Beach Synagogue women's trip is departing. 15 women going to Israel for this week to bring love, solidarity, kindness, and support to our brothers and sisters. This week we come to the final Torah portion of Bereshit, of Genesis, which is the Torah portion of Vayechi. Vayechi means, and he lived. And it's about the last 17 years of Jacob's life, which our rabbis say were the years that he had the most life and vitality, because after 22 years of pain, of being separated from Joseph, thinking that he's dead, he's finally reunited with his beloved son, and the whole family, the brothers, are once again united as one happy family. And where did they live for these last 17 years? The Torah tells us they lived in the city of Goshen. Joseph established a residence for his family in Goshen. Now the word Goshen, the root of the word Goshen is Gimel Shin, which means Gesh. What is the word Gesh? We found it in yesterday's Torah portion 3 times. The name of the Torah portion was Vayigash, and Judah approached, drew near, came closer to the viceroy of Egypt to talk to him about releasing Benjamin. Then after Joseph said, "I am Joseph, is my father still alive?" the brothers were afraid. So Joseph says, Gishuna, come closer to me. And they come closer. Vayigashu, they draw closer. And then he settles them in the land of Goshen. All of these words that are repeated multiple times in the Torah portions is from the root of the word gesh, which means to draw closer. As a matter of fact, the word for bridge in Hebrew is gesher, a bridge, which is the same root word, gesh. Why? Because a bridge connects 2 towns from 2 sides of a river and allows them to come closer and connect with one another. And that is the meaning of the word Vayigashu. They drew closer, Vayigash, and they settled in the land of Goshen, because these 17 years were years of the family healing and coming back together again. And therefore the message is of these Torah portions, like a gesher, like a bridge, we have to build bridges. And a matter of fact, Rab Nachman of Breslau has a famous teaching that became a very popular song. Kol olam kulo, gesher tsar mio. The whole wide world is a very narrow bridge. V'ha'ikar, and the main thing, lo lefachid, not to be afraid. What is the meaning of this verse? Perhaps the meaning of this passage is that this whole world, life is all about building bridges. A narrow bridge. We have a narrow opportunity in life to connect with people, and to bond with people, and to create love and ties and connections between family, friends, even people all around the world. A big gesher, connecting one person to the other on ends of the earth. But the main thing is not to be afraid. Sometimes what holds us back from healing, from coming closer to people, is fear of rejection perhaps. But like Joseph and the brothers and the family, despite such a terrible rift of 22 years, built a bridge and came back together again. And that's what the women of Palm Beach Synagogue are doing today. They're going to Israel to build bridges, to let Jews in Israel, brothers and sisters who are hurting, know that we love them, we're thinking about them, we're connected to them. We may be in Palm Beach, but our hearts and our minds are with them. There is a bridge from our hearts that connects us to one another. And women have a very special power to do that, to bring healing. We saw that this week in a remarkable way. We all know that last week there was a terrible tragedy. 3 hostages managed to break free from their captors. And they wrote on a wall, Hatzilu, save us, we're 3 chatufim, we're 3 hostages. But tragically when they came out, even though they were waving a white flag in the heat of battle, the IDF soldiers opened fire, killing 3 of our own hostages. And the entire country was mourning, plunged into deep grief. How could it be that IDF soldiers with Israeli bullets killed hostages who were in captivity for 2 months? They managed to break free, and this is the fate that they end with. But during the Shiva, one of the mothers of one of the boys who was killed, the boy was Yotam Chaim, and the mother is Iris Chaim. And she sent a message to the battalion that killed her son accidentally. And she said the following words, I know that everything that happened is absolutely not your fault, and nobody's fault except that of Hamas. May their names be wiped out and their memory be erased from the earth. I want you to look after yourselves, she wrote, and to think all the time that you are doing the best thing in the world, the best thing that could happen, that could protect us, because the people of Israel and all of us need you to be healthy. And then she goes on to say, and don't hesitate for a second. If you see a terrorist, don't think that you killed a hostage deliberately. You have to look after yourselves, because that is the only way you can look after us. And at the first opportunity, Iris Chaim, the mother of Yotam, writes to the battalion, you are invited to come to us, whoever wants to. And we want you to see you with our own eyes and hug you and tell you that what you did, however hard it is to say and sad, it was apparently the right thing at that moment. And nobody's going to judge you or be angry, she wrote. Not me, not my husband Raviv, not my daughter Noya, not Yotam, may his memory be blessed, and not Tuval, Yotam's brother. We love you very much, and that is all. And the battalion got this message from Iris, and a delegation of soldiers from the 17th Battalion went to visit Iris and the family. They hugged, they cried, they kissed one another. And they said to her, I want you to know that after we did what we did, and we were responsible for the death of 3 of our own, we were paralyzed with depression. We couldn't move on. But your message gave us the strength to carry on in our mission to protect the Jewish people. This is a heroine of the Jewish people, this woman. She lifted the spirits of an entire nation. She showed us what it means to have compassion, to have love, and to build bridges even with the people who accidentally murdered her own son. And it's by no surprise that the family, Yotam, and Iris's last name is Chaim, which means life. Like the name of this week's Torah portion, Vayechi. She gave life to the entire battalion. They were emotionally dead after what they did, but she revived them. Resurrection of the dead. Chaim, she gave life. Every one of us could build bridges of love with one another, and we could bring life. We could instill vitality and love and joy into so many others. But as Rabbi Nachman says, the main thing is don't be afraid to cross that bridge and draw closer, even to those who may have hurt you. We wish the women's trip much blessings and success, and we look forward to watching their journey as they post videos on the special WhatsApp group that was created. May they travel in peace and return in peace with blessings of peace. Have a wonderful day.